everybody. How are you doing? Much love from Vic Falls, Zimbabwe. It's such a beautiful day today. So I'm literally working under the sun and making the most of it. Okay, so this is part 2 of how to make money online in Zimbabwe. If you missed the first part, it's the video before this one where I was basically talking about how you can make money online even if you're in Zimbabwe and the things that you need to set up for it. So if you missed that, you can start with that video first before you go on with this one. Those of you who prepared all the things that you need to be ready to work online, today I'm going to be talking about the online CV that you should prepare. And I also want to make a disclaimer that not everything needs an online CV. So it depends on what you want to do. Okay, so stay tuned for more. Here's a list of the things that you can do online that need an online CV. Okay, and the list is endless. You can literally just research what can I do online for money and you get a whole list. But what I've written down, these are jobs that you do need an online CV for. So for example, if you want to write, you want to write for a website, you want to write for a company, you want to write for a CEO, maybe they have a private blog that, you know, they upload articles on. Sometimes they hire people to do the writing for them. They just give the ideas and you do the writing for them. If you want to read novels and summarize them, you can do that and get paid. I've done it before. I've read several books that I summarized, and then those summaries are uploaded on different websites, because before you buy a book, you kind of want to know what the book is about. So those summaries, sometimes they outsource from people like you and me. They give us the book, we read it, we summarize it, and you get cash in your account. Right? If you want to proofread or edit articles, meeting notes, books, magazines, you can proofread and edit, and you can get as much as $500 in your account just for one proofreading exercise that you would have done, right? You can manage a social media account, which is what I love doing. I absolutely love managing social media for companies. If you're good at social media, not just posting pictures or editing videos, but creating content using keywords that will make the company stand out when someone Googles the company, then you can manage social media for any company in the world, really, and you get paid for doing it, right? You can be a tutor, you can be a teacher, you can be a lecturer, you can be an office assistant. So you can be an assistant to a CEO who works in Canada, and you can be their assistant. Okay, you can be the CEO assistant for someone who is in the United States, and that's how you make your money. So those are called virtual assistants because you're doing it virtually, right? You can, if you're a songwriter, you can write songs. There are artists, big name artists, who've had songs written by people like you and I. And depending on what you agree on, you might get credited for it, you might not. Different, contracts, different agreements. But if you're good at writing songs, why don't you sell your lyrics and your ideas to an artist? Okay? Literally, you can just Google all the different types of work that you can do online and you get so many ideas. Like I said, not everything needs an online CV. I just read out some of the stuff that might interest you that you need an online CV for. So take your time and find out if there's any one of those things that you would like to do. And for now, I'm just going to move on to how to actually draw up an online CV. So the difference between an online CV and a CV that you use to apply for physical jobs is that most of the information you put on a physical job CV, online employers or clients don't really care for it. For example, putting the different schools that you went to, they probably don't even know about those schools, right? Unless you even like probably attended Harvard or Yale or something like that. But all these other schools, they probably never heard of them before, so it doesn't mean anything to them. Or going into detail about the companies that you've worked for before. Unless you've worked for a renowned company worldwide, they're probably like, well, okay, we don't know that company, we've never heard of it before, we don't really know how they operate. So all that information is not that important when you are coming up with your online CV. The first obvious thing that you want to list on your online CV is your name, and below that, where you're from. So I keep looking around because obviously I'm in a national park, so I have to always see if any animals are behind me, just so I know, right? So that's why I keep looking around me. But okay, so your name, where you're from, and then the relevant skills that you have for what you want to do. So I use the example of reading books and summarizing them, for example. So your skills are reading books, okay? How many words per minute can you read? If you are able to quantify that, you list, yeah, I read so many words per minute, because they want someone who can read fast. So that's a skill on its own, okay? It's just an example. What kind of books do you like reading? Is it crime? Is it horror? Is it self-help? Is it drama? Is it fiction, right? And then you just talk about the books, the skills that you have regarding those books, okay? If you want to write for someone, okay, what do you write about? Where have you written? If you have written anything that's online, great, then just grab the website and put it in so that the client can see how you write, the type of work that you do. So those are your skills. And then if you have like a lot of experience doing the things that you're trying to do online, you should also list that in another category. And then obviously with any application, they want to see proof of what you're saying. So if you're saying you're a good writer, you need to attach a good article. If you're saying you're a good social media manager, you need to attach the content that you've done before. But I'm not saying that you can't do any of these if you've never done it before. There are clients who are looking for very new talent. So if you don't have any proof to attach, then you just don't have any proof to attach, and you will get more and more experience, and you get more proof of work as you go by. If you would like a template for the online CV, I know it probably makes more sense if you just see what I'm talking about. If you'd like a template for the online CV that I used and still use, you can just say I would like a template in the comments, and then if there are like many people who want them, then I will make sure that you get it via email. Okay, but if you feel you can, draw up your own online CV, feel free to do it. You can also check online, check to see what other people have done it. If you'd like a template from me, let me know in the comments. Okay, and there's no one correct way of doing it. I'm just sharing how I have done it, and it has worked for me so many times. Okay, cool. So the sun is setting and I need to go. I'm all alone where I am. Yeah, we're not scared of people. We're scared of animals. So I need to go to a safe spot with others. So what's the conclusion? Okay, the conclusion is, firstly, I gave you suggestions of what you can do online, which needs an online CV. And then I told you what information you need to include in the online CV. And then I said that there are templates you can find online. Whether it works or not, I wouldn't know, but I have a template that I've been using for the past 2 to 3 years, which has worked amazingly for me and has landed me so many different types of gigs. And if you would like that template, you can let me know in the comments and I'll make sure that you get it. Yes, and then next week I'm going to be talking about ways you can make money online without having to have an online CV. So maybe you're thinking, look, I really don't have anything to put on an online CV, or I don't like any of those jobs that you listed, the reading, the writing, the editing, the office job, what, I don't like it. You can make money online through social media platforms. So the people that you see on YouTube, the people you see on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, what's the other one that I'm leaving out? There's so many platforms. People get paid to create content and post on those platforms. So you don't even have to appear on those platforms. You can make money by commenting on YouTube videos. You can make money by sharing videos. You can make money by watching videos. So social media is a huge way to make money online as well, and that does not need any online CV. I'm just giving you guys all the different options that you have, and so that you can explore, right? Take your time in exploring what you enjoy doing. Take your time in exploring creating your online CV, because if those are not in place, then you won't be successful on the online journey. Okay, so subscribe, like, share, pen it in. Next week I'll be talking about other ways that you can make money that don't need an online CV, because you can always have a combination of skills. You can do the writing while you're also making money on Facebook, or you can do the reading or office assistant or lecturing or teaching while you are making money on Instagram. There's no cap to what you can do online, which is great. If you decide I want 10 different jobs online, that's up to you. If you decide I want one job, that's up to you. Okay, so until next week, just keep working at it and do your own research as well. Everything I'm sharing with you is from my experience. Okay, I'm also going to show you where you will find these jobs, but there's no limit to where you can find jobs. It's just my experience and what has worked for me in the past 2 to 3 years. Okay, so let me get going, and I will see you guys next week.